All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our end of summer detox welcome/information call. I'm very excited to have you all here, everybody who is here presently, and also everybody catching our replay. So I want to start off by introducing ourselves and letting you know that this is a collective that is putting together this exciting event for you. It is a 90-day program, and over these 90 days, we will be offering you all educational calls every other week. So this is pretty big and exciting. We have a lot of exciting topics, and there are unfortunately, not everybody in our collective was able to make it today. We span all 4 time zones. So it's not always easy to find a time that works for all 9 of us, but there are some of us here today, and I would love to give them a chance to introduce themselves before I dive in and start the presentation. So Ilsa, do you want to start off and just say a few words about yourself, say hi and introduce yourself? Oh, you're on mute. There you go.
Oh, there we go. Can you see me? I can't see. Oh, yes. Okay, great. Wonderful. Yay. Yes. Hello, everybody. My name is Ilsa Griderick Duncan, and I'm a regenerative health practitioner, just like Heidi. And I'm just super excited to be here and offer whatever support or education you all need to be able to really thrive through this experience because, you know, regeneration on a cellular level, it's such a journey. I came into this myself through my own health crisis. I was going to need a hip replacement and I didn't have to have one. Thanks to Purium, actually. It was like that was what got me started into all of this. And now I've added in a bunch of other different tools that I work with, but that really changed my life, and it's changed the life of my family and my mom and my dad's health radically speaking. I won't go deep into that right now, but I am a Purium lover, and I'm here for you all. If anybody has questions, if you need extra support, please feel free to reach out to me at any time, and I'll do the best I can to get back to you as soon as I can.
Excellent. Thank you, Ilsa. And then Jim is here as well. Jim, do you want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, thank you. Hi, everybody. So my name is Jim. I'm a nutrition therapist and personal trainer by trade, do health coaching as well too. And just some experience that I have had personally has helped with all autoimmune diseases using Purium products. And I still use them to the day to help manage blood sugar, other autoimmunes that I have. So it's fantastic for me. Works great for my dad as well too, as he has reversed his type 2 diabetes since he's been on some Purium supplements and some of the shakes as well too. So kudos to him for doing that. But I'm excited to be a part of this and just to have that education portion of this too, because I always feel like that's always what's missing in some of these like 90-day transformations. So I'm really excited about that. Looking forward to connecting with everybody too.
Excellent. Thank you. And let's see, just got somebody excellent. All right. And then Melinda is also here. Melinda, do you want to introduce yourself? Oh, you're on mute, Melinda.
Okay, sorry. Hi, I'm Melinda, and I'm a school teacher actually, and joined Purium or started taking Purium back in January, looking to heal my gut, and it worked so well for me. I decided to join the company to try to help others in my area. I'm a CrossFitter. I love to exercise. Because I feel so much better now, I've turned into someone who loves to run and go on long distance walks as time permits, and when it's not 108 degrees. It was 108 today, so I didn't.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that sounds fair that you would take refuge indoors in that kind of heat. That's wild.
Yep.
In September. Oh, it's so nice to have you here, Melinda. I'm excited. And Amy is also here. I know she just hopped on. Amy, do you feel like ready? Would you like to say hi and introduce yourself?
Hey there. Hi, Melinda. It's so cool to like see you.
Oh, it's good to see everybody.
Oh, I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
I'm
great.
Amy. I'm in Virginia. I know Heidi from her coming out and doing retreats here, and this is actually my third cleanse. And so happy to help any of you that this is your first time around, or if you have any questions about what you're seeing or experiencing.
Yes, Amy is a veteran and has gone through some incredible health transformations herself. If you check out my Facebook page, we did an interview recently where Amy shares her incredible story. So I recommend checking all that out. It's also posted in our Facebook support group that you should all have access to once you sign up. So, and then Amy Aruda also is here. I would love for you to introduce yourself. Amy Aruda will also be leading one of our educational calls. So, and then I think after that, we've got everybody, kind of all of our leaders and veterans who have said hi, and then I'll hop right into the presentation. So Amy Aruda, I don't know if I'm catching you off guard, but if you're able to say hello, that'd be great. If not, I totally understand. Okay. I think she might have stepped away. Amy's a mom of 3 small boys, so juggling a lot. All right. So quick introduction of myself. I realized I should also introduce myself. My name is Heidi Lajos. I am a certified regenerative health practitioner and clinical iridologist, detox specialist. I have been working with clients now for over 2 years. And I am very excited to put this together for you. I've been working with Purium as well almost this whole time. And I've had incredible health transformations in my own body. I came into this work because I was told at the age of 33, I would need a knee replacement, 33 or 34 in the next 10, 15 years, which would put me in my late 40s. At the most. And I just did not want to accept that as my only solution. And so luckily, as the universe will have it, or as God will have it, whatever you believe in, I was introduced to Purium and the work of regenerative health at around the same time. And it was really wonderful and gave me back my knee. I was unable to fully flex my knee. I couldn't even sit cross-legged. I couldn't squat down. It was constantly inflamed for no reason. And that went away within a couple months. And got all of these side bonuses that really opened my eyes to the power of this work. I had lived my entire life with stomach aches, just thinking that was normal and just something I had to live with. And I'm happy to say that that is not part of my life anymore. And the amount of inflammation that I lost that I didn't even realize I was carrying, I look back at photos of myself from that, from before I started doing this work and living this lifestyle. And my face was so puffy and my neck was puffy. And I just never really realized like how much inflammation I was constantly experiencing in my body. And so it really transformed my life and inspired me to further my education. I've always been interested in traditional medicine, herbal medicine, and this was finally the right fit, something that I could feel like I could get behind and share with others and really promote and encourage. So I'm so excited that you're all here, that you are looking for this in your life, and that you're open to trying something new or continuing a program that has been already very helpful for you. So without further ado, I would love to hop in and talk about what to expect in your 90-day program. I'm also going to go over some, detox symptoms that might occur. I also share with you some detox support tools that are outside of nutrition. So things that you can also do to help support your detox. And then, like I said, we'll have some time for questions. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen because I made a nice little presentation for you all because I'm a very visual person. So I like to make some visuals. So first and foremost, as you've heard us mention already, we do have an educational component to this 90-day program. I'm very excited. So there is 9 of us working together. We call ourselves the Rise Up Wellness Collective. You've met some of those people, health practitioners today, and we all come from different backgrounds. Some of us have overlapping education and interests, but at the end of the day, we've all had our own life experiences, our own education, and things that have brought us to where we are. And so I'm really excited that there's 9 of us who get to share our voice, our stories, our specialties with you all, and kind of, create this really diverse 90-day program for you all. So here we can see, and I hope this is big enough for everyone to read. If not, you will be receiving this in your welcome emails, so you will have access to this otherwise. But just so you can all see, next, it'll be every other week. The calls will be on Mondays, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern, and then 6:30 Mountain and 7:30 p.m. Central. So same time as today, but the calls will be on Mondays. The only difference is today's on a Wednesday, and our very last call, December 6th, our closing celebration call, will also be on a Wednesday. But otherwise, it'll be every other Monday evening. So on the 18th, we will have Melinda, who you met today, sharing her knowledge and personal experience using the super aminos, as well as a handful of her other favorite supports, nutritional supports for athletic performance and fitness in particular. So that will be really informative and really exciting. Melinda has a very powerful story that I'm excited for her to share with you all. We've been putting it together and it's going to be great. The following call will be with Mackenzie and Jim, who you met today as well. And this is going to be about kids' health and soil health, overlapping, but also individually. So that one's going to be really great. We'll be talking about the importance of soil health, why that matters, how that affects us. And we'll also be getting into kids' health. So if you have children of your own or nieces and nephews, grandchildren, this could be really an eye-opening for you. After that, Julie, who was unable to make it today, is a registered dental hygienist and has been working in an integrative dentistry clinic. And so she'll be sharing some really, thought-provoking and progressive information about how gut health actually affects oral health and vice versa. So this is a really great call. Ashley Russo and Amy Aruda will be talking about the benefits of an alkaline diet and lifestyle. And Ashley has a wonderful background in functional nutrition, has studied at the Hippocrates Institute, and Amy Aruda actually is coming from a mental health background. So she is a clinical therapist, licensed therapist. And so the two of them will be putting together this really wonderful presentation. After that, we will be getting close to Thanksgiving, which is always an interesting time, especially if we are working on, honing in our diets and our lifestyles. It can be a challenging and tempting moment. So Ilsa, who you met today, and Jesselyn, who was unable to make it today, will be preparing you about how to navigate Thanksgiving and also talking about cravings in general. So that one will be really important and fun. And I think it'll be really great to talk about that. And yes, Ilsa, I think wanted to add in something about that call. Go ahead, Ilsa.
Oh, I just wanted to let you all know that I have an actual holiday recipe book that I'm going to be sharing with all of you. And some of the recipes in there are actually, they're all delightful, but some of them are a little healthier than others, but some of them are a little indulgent, but still delicious. So you have that to look forward to. We're not going to just leave you hanging over the holidays. There's fun stuff to come.
Yay, I didn't know that. That's exciting little bonus. So definitely, tune in for that. That'll be a great tool to have over the holidays. Following that call, we'll be getting towards the end, and Jim, again, who you met today, will be sharing his expertise on autoimmune diseases and detox. And again, Jim has a very powerful story, has a very scientific mind and method of tracking autoimmune, his own as well as others. So this will be a really informative call as well, especially with how many people are affected by autoimmune diseases these days, I just feel like everyone's popping up with Hashimoto's and diabetes and fibromyalgia and all sorts of things that Western medicine is unable to really resolve. And so I'm really excited for Jim to share his knowledge and expertise with you all. And then we've got Ilsa closing it down Wednesday, December 6th, 90 days after today. And you will all be, I hope, there to celebrate your achievement and making it through the 90 days and sharing your wins and your stories and, you know, everything that's been going through it all. And Ilsa will also be closing you out with lasting habit changes. Ilsa is a master of habits and has a lot of incredible tools to share with you all. So that'll be a great way to finish this off and send you forward so that you feel prepared and empowered and ready to continue on without all of this support. And just so you know, we're aiming to keep all of these calls about 30 minutes long. Today's going to be a bit longer because I have a lot to go through. And then we will have about a 30-minute Q&A session after. So that's a great way for you to get some one-on-one support. Which again, this is a very special event. I think we're only going to be doing this once a year, maybe twice. We've all been in talks together as a team about when we want to do the next one. But this is definitely a special event. So I'm really excited that you're all here taking advantage of this because we're all really excited to share this with you all. Okay. So moving into what to start, you know, what you're here, right? You either have signed up already or you're close to signing up and you're here to just, you know, check this out and make sure this is the right fit for you. But now I want to talk about as if all of you are doing your 90-day program, because most of you here are, and I want to just give you some tools and get you set up so that you feel really prepared. So the first thing I think is very important with any sort of big life changes is setting your intentions. So I'm not going to go too far into mindset, but there is a lot of scientific research proving how powerful mindset is and how much that can impact our life experience. So we're just keeping this really simple. You know, right, pull out a journal, even a scrap piece of paper, your phone, you could open your notes in your phone, but just take 5 minutes or longer, but even just 5 minutes to answer these 3 questions. Why am I doing this? Where do I want to be in 30, 60, 90 days, or maybe it's in 1 year, 6 months, 1 year, whatever timeline feels the most appropriate to your experience right now. And what are my top 2 or 3 health goals? Because it's going to be really great at the end of this program to look back at this and see how far you've come. We often forget where we started, especially as we start to feel better. We forget how we used to feel. So I think it's really powerful to just write these things down. So I very much encourage you all to answer these 3 questions. There's also a tracker sheet that we will be sending you. And if not, if you don't receive it, let us know and we'll make sure we get it to you. It's a little online jot form document. It takes just a few minutes to fill out. It's very, user friendly. But again, this will just be asking you some simple questions about where you're at right now in your health and what your goals are. Because again, it's really great to come back and look at it 90 days from now and see how far you've come. And as well, in addition to Ilsa's surprise holiday cookbook, you will also have access to my personal 30 meal plan that I have created for you all. So again, if you don't receive that, reach out. We'll make sure we get that to you. But it is a cookbook with weekly shopping lists if you choose to follow them. They're intended for one person, just in case you're doing this alone. But if you're cooking for your whole family, you can just easily, you know, double, triple, quadruple the amounts. And then you have 7 recipes that all follow our guidelines for this, you know, health journey, for this detox. And there's a variety of recipes. So hopefully you really enjoy those. There's some dessert ideas, some snack ideas. This is a PDF that you'll be receiving. So I highly recommend at least flipping through that, getting inspired, and maybe even using it as a meal plan so that you don't even have to think. You just take your shopping list to the store, buy the ingredients, and then make the food, make the recipes. And let's see, we've got and Amy sharing, loves the cookbook, made the black bean and sweet potato bowl for dinner tonight. Oh, that's one of my favorites. Awesome. Okay. So setting your intentions, fill out the tracker sheet, check out the cookbook. That's going to be the best way to get you started. Then I definitely encourage you, and this may feel a bit weird, but everybody who does it at the end is really happy. And then those of my clients, those of our clients who didn't do it for one reason or another, often say, I really wish I would have taken some before photos. I do recommend, because I've had some clients, say, oh, I wish I hadn't taken them in my underwear because I want to now share them with people because, you feel so good. So, just taking some before and after. And I recommend, doing your full body, but as well as doing things like your eyes. So these are my personal photos. This was my very first 30, and this was only 30 days with Purium, this before and after right here. So you can see, I look at my neck. So my neck, because there's a lot of lymph nodes in your neck, my neck was so thick before I started this program. And then look at how thin my neck thinned out. And I think that's just because my lymph nodes really calmed down. I've always had my whole life inflamed lymph nodes. And so I think I just got a lot of drainage. It's not like I lost a ton of weight, but I just feel like I lost a lot of inflammation and my body just became a bit more toned and just, that much healthier. But this is the one that really blows my mind, are my eyes. So this was a longer period of time, January through May. I was, in all transparency, doing some deeper detox protocols. So I was really deep in it, but it was all based off of this work that you are doing here with us. And you can just see how puffy my eyes used to be and how much they cleared up. Granted, obviously the lighting is a bit different, but I do, and I've had a lot of people comment, my eyes got brighter. The whites of my eyes got brighter. The blues of my eyes became more blue and bright. And then these are some of the more advanced techniques that we use in regenerative health, but our face actually has a lot of information for us. So when you're puffy in the upper part of your eye, so this area, that's actually an indication that your thyroid might be needing some support. So you can see that it tightened up. It's not quite as puffy and droopy as my thyroid was beginning to, reactivate and regenerate. Also, the bags under your eyes, when they're close to the lower lid, it's relating to kidney health. When it's farther away, it's related to your bowels. And you can see that the bags under my eyes became significantly better. And I think this is because my bowels were getting cleaned out, my kidneys were being supported and feeling stronger. And so my body was able to release and filter out more toxins. Also, this is kind of hard to see, but there's these lines coming out from the corner of my eye under both eyes here. Very subtle, hard to see. But these are indicating parathyroid weakness. And again, those have improved. And my eyebrows were growing back in. So, and they still are. So you could see here, I had no hair on the inner part of my eyebrows, and they were, they're farther back than maybe they should be, right? They're not coming all the way into the center line where my nose starts. This is actually related to kidneys. And so the hair you can see here, I've got growth, and that's really exciting, as well as my eyebrows became more level. So take photos of your eyes, take photos of your body, take photos of your tongue. Your tongue also has a lot of information. A white film on your tongue is systemic candida overgrowth, unfortunately. When your tongue is scalloped on the sides like this, it just means you are having malabsorption of nutrients and possible thyroid weakness. Some people also say liver. So looking at that. So taking pictures of your tongue, seeing how that changes. Your nails have information. So for example, if they're ridged, vertical ridges, that's related to parathyroid weakness. White spots in the nails are a zinc deficiency. So you could take photos of your nails, see how those change. Your hairline in particular, especially if you do have, a hairline that is a bit farther back in areas, and you could see maybe how that changes. So when you're missing kind of this part of your hair, it's very thin. This is actually related to gallbladder stress, and overall thinning or losing of the hair is related to lymphatic congestion. So these are all ways just to document your process so you can look back and see how far you've come, because that can be really encouraging to keep you going. All right. So what is inside your detox kit? So everyone's is going to be a little bit different. You may have customized your kit with the person that you're working with. You may have added a few things. And also probably you've chosen some different shake formulas that correlate best with your health goals and your body. But the general standard kit that comes with it is you're going to have 2 bottles of super aminos. So the super aminos are our protein, I guess, support. It's an amino acid complex. It's non-soy legumes. And I believe I do have some slides about the super aminos, so I'm not going to get too far into that because we'll share a little bit more in a moment. You'll also have 1 bag of Biomedic. This is our gut health support herbal blend. So you'll be taking those. We have 2 bottles of Apothecary, which are concentrated tart cherry juice, very potent, wonderful for the kidneys, as well as helping the body move into a deep REM sleep, because this will be stimulating our pineal gland. We have, this has actually changed. They're now giving you 1 bag of the same amount of 2 bags. So that used to be 2 bags of 40 capsules of Super Cleanse R. Now you'll be receiving 1 bag of 80 capsules of Super Cleanse R. And this is our herbal parasite cleanse formula. And then you'll have 2 to 4 bags, but you'll have enough bags for 2 shakes per month of our, and I hate the word shakes. So I feel like shakes has such a bad rap these days because of things like Slim Fast and Weight Watchers and Arbonne and Beachbody and all of these things that are shakes. But I don't have a better word for it. So what I like to say is it's like a, nutrient dense, dehydrated superfood powder blend. I don't know. Maybe one day we'll come up with something good, but essentially what it is, it's a whole food formula. There's no additives, there's no fillers, there's no synthetic vitamins. It's literally 100% whole foods. And we have a few different formulations that do different things. So we have some that support primarily gut health. We have some with adaptogenic mushrooms and herbs to really support the nervous system and the adrenal system. Some with more protein than others, some that are really focused on, building collagen in the body. So we have a variety, and you'll be working with your practitioner to decide which blends are going to be best for you. But you'll be having that twice a day as well. And I'll be going over the schedule in a moment. And this photo, you can kind of see a little bit like this is what the amino acid tablets look like. This is what the Biomedic capsules look like. This is what our shake powders look like. So you can kind of get a little sense of what's inside these packages. So we do have a variety of kits available. So that was our baseline. We can also we have a bundle, which is our baseline kit plus zinc aid. So this is really wonderful for anybody looking to further support your immune system. So zinc aid is an incredible formula. It's only 6 whole food ingredients, but it has 100% daily value of zinc, vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E. So it's really incredible. I mean, it's like 5 fruits and an algae. And so this is a wonderful support for anybody who's, working with children, traveling a lot, or just in general, especially as we move into the colder months. This is a great way to just really give your immune system support. Also, sometimes as we're detoxing, it's nice to give the immune system some support as well so that it can further detox and work harder for you. We also have some fitness bundles put together. So if you are somebody who's really looking to increase your fitness, maybe month 2 or 3, you might want to switch over and start to incorporate some of these fitness bundles. They have different things that will support you, more super aminos. We have more like protein focus shake blends. We also have Can't Beat This, which is a great pre-workout. Can't Beat This is also a great coffee replacement or a little pick-me-up. So this is something you could even add on its own. Cocoa Hydrate is for hydration, as well as the Super Lights. Super Xanthan is a wonderful support that actually prevents lactic acid buildup, which prevents sore muscles. So these are things that are specifically going to support fitness, but a lot of these products are also really great just to add on in your life. I use personally Super Xanthan all the time. And before I got pregnant, I loved Can't Beat This, but I can't have it right now. But that is definitely a fan favorite. So you can talk to your practitioner about any of these products, and maybe you might just want to add them on individually, because that's also an option. We also have a beauty line. I think there's a better word for this, but I don't know what it is yet. Where we have dark berry protein, and then we also have this herbal formula called Renew Hair, Skin, and Nails. We also have BioRegen, Crack Cell Chlorella, Ionic Elements. So again, all of these are really good on their own, but these bundles pull it together, and they're really working to support our collagen production. So I want to be clear, this is not taking a collagen supplement where you're adding in animal collagen and ground up hooves and dead sea creatures to add collagen into your body. That's not at all what we do here. These are herbs and foods that are actually going to support your body's own production of collagen, because that's really ultimately what we want to do. Is we want our body to produce its own enzymes, its own, collagen. So as one of my teachers always likes to say is, if you take it, you won't make it. So if you're constantly putting enzymes in your body, if you're constantly putting collagen in your body, those functions of your body will become lazy, and they'll stop working. And then you'll have to always be taking them from the external, from outside, to obtain those nutrients. And honestly, they don't ever work as efficiently as if your own body just does what it's supposed to, and is strong in that sense and creates its own. So that's what we're doing here. So I just want to be very clear about that. And again, we have all of these. This is just a very small portion, but I just wanted to demonstrate that with your health practitioner, we can really hone in and support your specific body and your specific health goals. We have a variety of herbal formulas that are all, again, no synthetic vitamins, no fillers, the Joint Flex does have animal products. It has a velvet deer antler and a green-lipped mussel, which are two very potent Chinese medicine herbs. Well, they're not really herbs, they're coming from animal. So not everything is plant-based / vegan, but 99% of what we work with is. But all of it is very clean and pure. And I talk a little bit about the sourcing in a second, but I just wanted to show you, we have head to toe things to support pretty much anything you've got going on. We have a brain and nervous system support called Revive It All. We've talked about the skin, Renew Hair, Skin, and Nails. We have a joint support called Joint Flex. Super Xanthan is not only great for preventing muscle soreness, it also really supports and strengthens your vision. We have Heart Aid for supporting your health and circulatory system, and Be Energetic is a wonderful adrenal support. And this is just a very small portion of what we offer. So again, I just want to emphasize clean ingredients. So going back to that Zinc Aid, this is one of my favorite demonstrations of how this company works and why I personally and every other practitioner here, we have chosen to work with this company in our practices. Is because they really are clean. They are not joking around. So this Zinc Aid, as you can see, 100% daily values or more of zinc, vitamin A, C, D, and E. And this is everything that's in it. The only other ingredient is the cellulose capsule that they come in, which if you want to even stay away with that, you can open them and put them in your smoothie. But the Dunaliella salina is a type of seaweed, guava leaf extract, camu camu, which is a fruit, acerola, which is also a fruit, sunflower, which is a natural vitamin E source, and algal D, which is another seaweed. So, and that's plant source vitamin D3. So I just love, this is what they look like. Beautiful, vibrant orange color. I took this photo right here. This is my personal photo. This is not a company photo that's been doctored. I took that photo myself and did not edit it in any way. That is the color of Zinc Aid. So I just want to show you as a demonstration, this is the commitment this company makes to clean ingredients, which is why I choose this company for my clients. Again, the Power Shake, which is one of our, core shake formulas. You can look down here. These are the only ingredients: rice bran extract, everything is organic, oat flour, spirulina, millet, carrot juice powder, wheatgrass juice powder, amaranth, alfalfa leaf juice powder, oatgrass juice powder, buckwheat, quinoa, raspberry flavor, apple flavor, which I'm going to talk about in 1 second, lohengwo berry, which is a fancy word for monk fruit, and chia seed. those are the only ingredients. There's no maltodextrin. There's no added synthetic vitamins. There are a ton of vitamins and minerals present naturally in these ingredients, but we do not use any lab-made synthetic vitamins. I do not agree with them. I think they do more harm than good. They come from very questionable sources and oftentimes are not even what they say they are. There are so many studies that have been released testing vitamins from Walmart, GNC, other companies that have proven again and again that what they say is on the bottle is not even what's in them. So this company, again, very clean, to the point, and honest and transparent. I want to just briefly touch on the flavoring, the organic raspberry flavor and the organic apple flavor. I asked one of the owners directly, because I've met both of the owners of this company now. I asked him directly, what is up with these flavors? Because I know that flavors and natural flavors can be an FDA loophole for companies to just put in all sorts of garbage without having to put it on the label. And they label it as proprietary. They don't want to give away their secret recipe, right? But at the end of the day, they're putting in crap. So I asked the owner, Dave Sandoval, I was like, what is up with these flavors? Like, this is very sketchy to me. And he answered that truly all it is that it's some herbs and essences that have been put together, because when you dry out a raspberry, it doesn't taste like raspberry anymore. And so what they're doing is to create flavors. They do have an original power shake that has no flavoring in there, but what they learned on the general market is people like things to be a little bit flavored, more delicious. And so they actually just work with this woman in-house who just is really great in the kitchen and takes leaves and barks and things and creates a truly organic, it's like a tea or an extract that tastes like raspberry or tastes like apple. So you can rest assured that even there, you're not getting anything weird or garbage. So also, a couple of our products are clinically proven. One of them is Biomedic. Here's a link. There's clinical trial report you can read. It's right on their website. Again, this company is very transparent. It has been clinically proven with over a 6-week period to reduce glyphosate levels in our body, which is a very toxic and proven carcinogen, so proven to cause cancer, pesticide that is sprayed on a lot of our food here in the US as well as across the world, sadly, and that accumulates in our body. Well, Biomedic has been clinically proven to reduce that level by 75% over a 6-week period, and as well reduces our C-reactive protein by 75%. The C-reactive protein is an inflammatory marker in our blood. So it's a marker in our blood showing the levels of inflammation in our body. And I think it is no coincidence that when we reduce glyphosate, we reduce inflammation. So Biomedic is a wonderful, I think maybe one of the best products this company has to offer, because it has been given the gold standard from the Detox Project, which is a project that is seeking to verify products that can actually help us, solve this glyphosate problem that we are experiencing right now. So this is the first and only gold standard verified solution for removing glyphosate from the gut. So, and the Detox Project is the world's leading glyphosate/pesticide research and certification platform. So Biomedic is really powerful and has a lot of, scientific studies behind it proving its efficacy. Also, our super aminos are a clinically proven product. They are 99% net nitrogen utilization, which means they are 99% bioavailable, which means that 99% of the protein or the amino acids in this product, and sorry, I just keep shifting over because the sun is creating weird shadows on my face, will be absorbed in the body. And so this is actually alleviating stress on the kidneys and the liver. So when we're eating complete proteins, especially animal proteins, the NNU, the net nitrogen utilization, is roughly 20 to 40%. We're looking at 99% here. So when we're looking at animal proteins in particular, and we're only absorbing 20 to 40% of that protein content or those protein grams you're seeing on nutritional labels, the other 60 to 80% of that product is byproduct and waste that has to be eliminated from the body. this creates a lot of stress and it makes the kidneys and the liver work really hard. So this super amino is a wonderful way to give the kidneys and liver a break while making sure that our body has all the amino acids that it needs. And I could go farther into the protein myth, but for sake of time, I will leave it at that. I also just want to say that this super amino was actually referenced in the 2006 edition of the Physician's Desk Reference. It is used in medical and clinical settings. And you see, I didn't include it in this slide, but it actually is used in hospital settings with coma patients in order to maintain muscle mass on their body while people are in comas. That is how well our body can utilize this. So really cool stuff. Another highlight of this company that we really support is their plastic-free mission. So all these packaging are biodegradable. It only takes 6 months with a home composting system, less than 69 days if it's in an industrial composting system. The company has actually had to hire, I just recently got a personal tour of their warehouse where they do the packaging and also the blending of their formulas. And they used to have really streamlined processes for filling up all their plastic containers a few years ago, but they are truly on a mission to go plastic free because they care so deeply about our world. And in that process, they can no longer use these streamlined like manufacturing, like robot machines that go through, because these bags don't just stay open. You need humans to open the bags and seal the bags. And so they actually had to hire a whole lot of people that they didn't used to have to hire to now fill these bags. And obviously their profits have decreased because they've had to increase their staff. But for them, that's, their profit's not always the bottom line. And I really love that about this company as well. And organic and pure. So again, I've said it multiple times, clean ingredients for me has been my number one mission in finding any company that I work with in my practice has to fit my standards, and Purium absolutely fits that. So Purium has an in-house microbiologist that runs every single ingredient, and I got to watch this process through 5 tiers of quarantine before an infrared molecular scan to match for purity. So what happens a lot, because the supplement industry is not regulated in any way, people will send stuff, right? Like you'll source ingredients from places and it's not what they say it is. And this has happened to Purium. This is why they do these testings, because they have had this happen when they start to work with new farmers. They'll receive, luckily doesn't happen very often. It happens less and less because they really are able, now they have their partners that they work with and trust. They still test every single package that they send to them, even if they worked with these partners, these farmers for 10 years, they still test every single package they receive. But it has happened to them that they will test something, and I don't know, maybe acerola powder, for example, they'll test it and it's not acerola powder. It's some other less expensive blue powder that who knows what's in it. So they're making sure that what is on the label is what's going in your body. They're also testing for heavy metals. They don't use anything that's GMO. They also are very strict and adamant and test for pesticides, herbicides, insecticides, biocides, all of the things that kill things in nature that also destroy our own bodies. So they are very adamant in testing for that. They don't add any binders or fillers, fake colors, preservatives, additives. Purium is beyond USDA organic standards, non-GMO, mostly vegan and kosher. So really high quality stuff here that you're getting to access. And a quick note about soil health. Again, there will be a whole class on this later on in the 90-day program, but soil health equals our health. So foods grown in nutrient-dense soil will be putting more nutrients in our body. And so at our Utah farm, at the Purium's Utah farm, where we get a lot of the grasses, the grass juices, the greens, the veggies, they have cultivated 96 feet of topsoil because they've been using regenerative agricultural practices for over 20 years. This is unheard of. I mean, if you talk to any farmer about cultivating topsoil, they will tell you how hard it is to maintain topsoil and how there is a topsoil crisis in the world. This farm has 96 feet of topsoil. Also, I want to mention that they're 250 miles away from any other farm, so they are eliminating any chance of cross-contamination with pesticides being sprayed on other farms. So very clean stuff, once again, very nutrient dense. And then they use a live dehydration process to maintain maximum amount of enzymes, vitamins, and minerals. And if you are into dehydration and work with numbers, you can know that they are working at an 88 degrees Fahrenheit with a moisture content of less than 7%. All right, so enough about the company, even though I think that's all really important so that you know what you're spending your money on and what you're putting in your body. I want to now shift a little bit into regenerative health education. So the foundation of what we're doing here is moving from an acidic diet to an alkaline diet. Humans are an alkaline species. Our blood is a 7.4 pH. If our blood changes, we die. So our body will do anything it needs to do. It will sacrifice anything it needs to sacrifice to make sure that our blood stays alkaline so we stay alive. It'll do things like create and maintain extra fat cells, build up extra and create extra cholesterol, steal calcium from our bones and connective tissue. So, I mean, our body will really go to great measures in order to keep us alive and keep us alkaline. So our alkalinity is absolutely affected by what we eat, what we're exposed to, and even our emotions. So we're really working through this program on educating you and showing you how to live an alkaline lifestyle. And this detox kit is going to kickstart and jumpstart you, because we're going to be flooding everything in that detox kit is alkaline. So you will be flooding your body with high levels of alkaline nutrition, shifting your microbiome, shifting the alkalinity of your body. But I just want to give you some education so you know what's happening. An acidic diet are things like meats, coffee, dairy, alcohol, cigarettes, refined sugars, and refined breads, and emotions like anger and jealousy and worry and things like that. What we want to focus on is our alkaline diet and lifestyle. So fruit, extremely alkaline, herbs, extremely alkaline, even culinary herbs like parsley and cilantro and basil. Vegetables, especially raw vegetables, coconut, millet, amaranth. These are some grains. Millet and amaranth are some grains that are not commonly used that are alkaline and very nutritious. Quinoa as well, that one's pretty popular. And emotions like joy and pleasure are alkaline emotions. So I don't want to go too deep into, again, mindset, but just you all have a little glimpse into what we're doing here. Now I want to talk a little bit about detox symptoms. So these don't arise for every person, but they can. And I just think it's important to talk about it so that you feel prepared in case that these do arise, that you understand that they're normal, and that it's safe, and that it's actually a positive sign that your body is doing the work and releasing toxins. And so some of the things that you might experience are headaches, mild fatigue. I cannot tell you how many clients of mine have called me up and say, oh, I have a cold, I have to stop the detox. I'm like, no. Cold and flu-like symptoms are actually a huge sign that your body is releasing lymph. It's actually expelling lymph out of your brain or maybe not out of your brain yet, because it takes a while for that, but out of your sinuses and out of your throat, out of your glands and your lymph nodes. So if you start to get a cold, do you think you have a cold or some flu-like symptoms? That's actually a wonderful sign that your body's releasing and expelling. You might have some skin irritations as your body's trying to push toxins out of the skin as your kidneys become stronger. You might experience constipation, or on the contrary, you might experience some loose stools or diarrhea. So it just depends on what's in your body, what needs to come out, and just, things are shifting and moving. So if you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to the person that you're working with, and we can talk with you and, make sure that it's nothing serious that needs to be addressed. And we can also encourage you to keep going. So don't stop. Don't freak out and be like, this isn't working. This is making things worse. This is actually all part of the plan. And anybody who you talk to about detox will tell you that, yes, detox symptoms are real and they're actually really good. So as you're shedding cellular waste, those toxins are mobilized to get carried out of your system. And this can cause sometimes discomfort for a short period of time. All right. All right. So the next thing is, thanks, Ellie, for being here. Hope you get a good night's rest. So the next thing is I want to talk a little bit about the schedule. So we've got, you may receive this particular schedule. You may receive one that's a little bit modified for you. You might receive one from your practitioner that looks different, but there is a schedule that comes along. And I just want to touch base really fast. When you wake up in the morning, we want to kind of switch that morning routine from coffee and eggs to lemon water and fruit and your super aminos. So this, I think morning time is one of the easiest and best ways and a good place to start as you're transitioning into this new lifestyle. So waking up, having a nice refreshing glass of, lemon water with fresh squeezed lemon. You'll take 5 super aminos and then having some fresh fruit. So we're at the tail end of melon season. Melons are a great way to start your day. Once the season's over, which I'm sad about, we will be moving into grape season. So red, if you can find them, red grapes with seeds are the best. So having like a big bowl of juicy red grapes in the morning is a great way to start. But really any fruit that you feel drawn to. If you're feeling more drawn to citrus or apples or pears, but just think juicy fruits rather than things like bananas. We really want to think about like juicy, hydrating fruits to start the day. Once you've done that, once you feel hungry, with your breakfast, you'll have one of those biomedic capsules, those gut healing herbs. Then you'll have your micronutrient shake. So it'll be your shake blend. And I personally love to make it as a smoothie or a smoothie bowl. You could also just shake it up with some water or some unsweetened nut milk. But I really like to make it into more of a meal. So you'll have to see what works best for you. In the middle 10 days, starting around day 10, and this might be different for you, so talk to your practitioner, you'll be starting your parasite cleanse. So this will be 2 capsules in the morning with breakfast and 2 capsules in the evening with dinner. Then for lunch, you can either have your shake again or a healthy lunch. For a snack, you'll have some fresh fruit or veggies or maybe some hummus or some bliss balls. So, really sticking and creating some new habits here about what you reach for that afternoon hunger. When that afternoon hunger strikes, you'll be learning some new ways to eat at that moment. And then for dinner, you'll have your second biomedic capsule. If you're in the period of doing your parasite cleanse, you will do 2 of those, and then either a dinner or a shake. So I really want to emphasize what's most important is taking in, consuming 2 shakes per day, either as drinks or as smoothies. The meals you can have. So we are not on a calorie restriction here. We are not on a food restriction here. So if you feel hunger and want to eat 2 meals a day and have 2 shakes a day, that is totally fine and encouraged. Listen to your body. It might change from day to day, but most importantly is we want to get that nutrient, those nutrient dense shakes formulas in your body every single day. So think more about adding in rather than taking out, especially in the beginning. And then the last thing is 1 hour before bed, or really any time of day, you can even just throw it in with one of your shakes, is you'll have 2 tablespoons of that apothecary, which is going to be helping your kidneys filter. It's full of antioxidants, great for your skin, and also stimulating your pineal gland so you can get a nice deep REM sleep, which is where healing occurs. Very important for detoxing. And then this is just kind of an overview in general, and this may look different for you, especially if you are new to this, and we are in a 90-day program, so there's wiggle room. But in general, the first 10 days is about easing into this new diet and incorporating and getting comfortable with your superfood schedule. So, getting comfortable and realizing like, oh, it's okay. I take my biomedic in the morning and the evening, just kind of getting used to that schedule. So the first 10 days is absolutely a transition period. The middle 10 days, we really want to be at that point at a plant-based diet. Hopefully we're off the coffee, and we want to start our first round of parasite cleansing. And again, this may shift for you. So work with your practitioner and find out the best schedule for you. But this is our general, most common schedule. And then days 20 to 30, you'll be done with your parasite cleanse, and you're going to be, hopefully very comfortable now with your plant-based diet and your superfood protocol. And so you'll be continuing strong with that. Month 2 will look very similar, and we're going to use month 2 to make sure we do our round 2 of parasite cleanse. So we want to start round 2 of parasite cleanse a month after we started the first round. The reason why we do 2 rounds, and it's so very important, please, please, please do your second round of parasite cleanse no matter what happens. As parasites die off during that first round, they lay eggs. This is a survival mechanism of parasites. So what we need to do is we need to go back in a month later as those eggs are hatching, but before they're mature enough to lay more eggs. So please make sure you do 2 rounds of parasite cleanse 1 month apart. If you can time it to be around the full moon, that's great. Parasites become more active around the full moon, so you can really get in there and get rid of them. And then month 3, so again, we're on a 90-day program. We're going to continue the detox, and then we're going to start to either transition out or keep going. At this point, you'll have a really good sense of what we're doing here and where you want to go next. And of course, you can talk with your practitioner to figure out what your next steps are. So month 3 is kind of like setting up for the future. After that, months 4 and beyond, because again, we are a group who we are not here to just kind of sell you our detox and then let you go off in the world. And, we really are here to hopefully create and sustain some true lifestyle changes and habit changes for you. And our goal is to get you to a place where you feel really comfortable, where moving forward in your life, you've made some big changes and feel really good about them and feel really comfortable. So we really want to make sure you feel prepared and empowered. So months 4 plus, you can continue the same lifestyle. You could potentially reach out to your practitioner and talk about moving into an even deeper detox protocol, which do exist. Or you can move into our maintenance program, which you can talk to your practitioner about. But, we're pretty far out, so we won't get too much into that for now. Now, I would love to share with you some detox support tools that are outside of nutrition. So dry brushing is a very common and very easy to incorporate detox support tool. This is going to keep your lymph moving, hopefully keep your skin healthy. And these dry brushes cost $20 or less. And I usually just do it before I take a shower. So you can see the technique here. She's brushing up. You want to brush up towards the heart, starting at the ankles, moving up towards the heart, on the body, on the hands. You want to brush towards the heart. You can even gently do your face, definitely down your neck, down the back of your neck, your chest. Definitely get your armpits because there's a lot of lymph nodes in here, as well as like in the groin area, the booty, the back. It feels so good, by the way. It's like a body scratch. I love it. So you'll be doing this dry before you get into the shower with these special brushes. Again, if you just Google dry brush, a dry brush, all sorts come up. Definitely try to find one that's made with natural materials instead of any polyester or plastic. So just see what the hairs are made from. Usually they're wooden. Most of them are made with natural materials. So dry brushing is a wonderful and easy detox support that you can incorporate into your routine. Another one of my favorites, also very easy, very affordable, is tongue scraping. So I'm like addicted to this because now I've been doing it for so long. I wake up and I'm like, I need to get this like off my tongue. I can't stand it. My favorite is to find one that's in copper. They're usually like $10 or less. And we can direct you if you can't find them. But again, if you Google copper tongue scraper, you do this right when you wake up in the morning. My routine is I wake up, go pee, and then I scrape my tongue and then I brush my teeth. And I have to start my day that way. So tongue scraping is wonderful. Actually, our body releases a lot of toxins on our tongue as we sleep and out in our mouth. That's why we have those like fuzzy sweaters on our teeth after we sleep all night. It's because our body's actually releasing a lot of toxins through our gums and our tongue. So this is a wonderful way to get those off. And you'll notice as you get into this practice, as you scrape off this layer of your tongue every day, your body's able to release more and more. So tongue scraping, again, very affordable, less than $10 for this tool. I recommend getting it in copper, and it's very enjoyable. It takes 2 minutes at the very, very most. It's very quick to add into your daily routine. So now some of the more advanced detox support tools, you might want to talk to your practitioner before you start incorporating them, but I wanted to just introduce them and plant the seed in case you are interested, and you can reach out to us and we can give you more information. Castor oil packing. So this is an example of someone packing their liver. So what it is a organic cotton flannel pad. This company, Queen of Thrones, I love them. They make these, specifically shaped flannel, I don't know, things that tie around your body. You could also make your own at home, and then using some really high quality organic castor oil. And there's been a lot of research done to show that it's really beneficial in drawing out toxins and also just supporting and stimulating the liver. You can also do your pelvis area, specifically very great for women because we've got a lot going on down there, especially between the uterus and the ovaries. They also have some ones that fit on the neck to support your thyroid gland, parathyroid gland. So castor oil packing is really fun, but definitely talk to your practitioner about that if you're interested. Also, I just want to throw out there, not safe for pregnant women. I can't do this right now, unfortunately, but just want to throw that out there. Enemas, at-home enemas are another really wonderful detox support tool. Again, this is a little bit more advanced. You can do it with water. You can do it with steeped herbs like parsley or dandelion. But again, this could be a really great way just to be cleaning out the colon at home. Again, talk to your practitioner if you are interested in incorporating that. Also, abdominal massage. There is a wonderful, you can either do it to yourself, just gently, really listening to your body. You could also find an Arvigo Maya practitioner who is specialized in abdominal massage for detox purposes. So just again, these are a little bit more advanced. If you're interested, talk to your practitioner. I just wanted to plant the seed. And now these three are very accessible and easy to do. So rebounding, so getting a normal size trampoline if you already have one for your children, or getting a small mini trampoline. I actually just got one myself, and just gently bouncing. You can get more creative. You can cross your legs. You can do jumping jacks. You can do high knees. But honestly, even just gently bouncing for at least 10 minutes has been proven to be super effective for our cardio health, but more so moving our lymph system. Very, very beneficial for the body, great for supporting detox. So rebounding is an excellent thing to incorporate, very easy to do, easy on the joints. It's very muscle toning and strengthening. So many benefits. Yoga and stretching, also very accessible. You can just do this at home in your living room or bedroom, or you can go to classes. You can find online classes. You can sign up for an online program. I personally love Aloe Moves, but very accessible. But stretching also really great for the lymphatic system, very good for the nervous system. Inversions are great, even just putting legs up the wall, but also yoga in specific postures, if you have a really skilled teacher, can really stimulate different glands of the body, can really support the thyroid and the parathyroid, for example, the liver, the kidneys. So yoga and stretching is wonderful, not to mention just really great for your body. It's also a great way to release emotions. I mean, benefits, again, endless. And I highly encourage you to sweat during your detox. So saunas, especially infrared saunas, are wonderful. Or I work with this one woman, Detox Story is her handle, but she talks a lot about going, and when it's hot out, you can actually just sit in your car with the windows closed and turn your car into a sauna. But whatever it takes, maybe it's, rebounding for a while, getting intentionally hot, but sweating is a wonderful way, opening up the pores and releasing toxins. And you may not sweat very much at first. This is actually a symptom of a weakened thyroid gland, and also just the body's kind of shut down and closed off. But as you attempt this more and more, your body will learn and open up, and you will sweat more and more. And that's a good sign. You want to be able to sweat easily. It's a sign of a healthy body, because the body's then able to release toxins. So I encourage you to seek out infrared saunas or any form of sweating that is accessible to you. And that concludes the educational part. And I just want to offer you all that you are able to upgrade your experience. So here is our wonderful team, the Rise Up Wellness Collective. As you can see, we all have different backgrounds, different specialties. So whoever you're working with, you can reach out to them, but you are able to upgrade your experience. So if you're thinking that you want some more advanced support or some more one-on-one sessions, one-on-one support, talk to us, talk to whoever you're working with, and see what options are available. But depending on who you're working with, have different things like iridology analysis, muscle response testing, movement sessions, functional nutrition, mental health focus, meal planning, anything like this. So reach out and see what is available. But I do want to let you know that there is that possibility to have a more supported experience if that's what you're looking for. Okay. So we have made it. Let me stop sharing my screen. Any questions? Now I feel like I've covered everything, and I would love to open the floor up for any questions from anybody here. Or if any of the other practitioners want to add something that I forgot, or that they would just want to add in because it would be a good thing to talk about. I'm open to that as well. I think that would be great.
I just want to say you did a great job. That was awesome. Thank you for putting that together.
Oh, thanks, Jim. My pleasure.
I actually do have a question. I already started doing this with Ilsa. So I just started my parasite cleanse part, and I'm noticing I'm getting night sweats more. Is that typical?
Yes. So parasites actually become more active at night because they're not being fed. So they kind of like wake up and they actually access our nervous system to disturb us because they're just such wonderful little creatures. And so absolutely night sweats can absolutely be a symptom as they die off. They do all sorts of things. They're releasing gases. They're messing up our they're actually affecting the peristalsis of our colon. So, I mean, they're really powerful little creatures. So night sweats, I would say, are absolutely normal, especially during the parasite cleanse.
Yeah, because I haven't been getting them in a while. In the last couple of nights, I've been noticing it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a great question. It's a very common detox symptom. So, keep an eye on it. It should resolve itself, as you finish up that parasite cleanse. But as you're releasing, it's a good thing. It means that stuff's happening. Yeah. And actually, I'm going to stop recording